stretch. This is a stretch for all levels. We'll be doing modifications here and there as we go through, but it will be up to you essentially to decide what you do, if you pause anything, if you repeat anything, or if you push yourself. What was I going to say? We're going to focus on box splits and front splits today, so don't worry if you're not in the splits. I just mean we're working on stretching, basically extensions to the front and extensions to the side, so opening up the hips. We'll also be working a little bit on the back and then stretching out a few other things like the quads and the hip flexors and the calves and so on. Let's get started with a warm-up. So feet in parallel, and we're going to bend the knees and circle the shoulders 4 times. All the way back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same, but we reverse, so bring them forwards. 1 and 2. All the way up to your ears. 3 and 4. Open the feet a little wider, bend the knees, and we're going to swing the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then circle the right arm. 1 and 2. Then circle the left. 3 and 4. Open the legs even wider. We're going to do our side lunges. So bending, twisting in the opposite direction. So you've got your left hand going to your right knee, and we're going to get lower and lower as we go. Ready? So 1 and 2. We're going to do 8 of these. 3 and 4. Bend the knees. 5. Really reach through the fingers. 6 and 7 and 8. Good. We're now just going to do a little calf stretch. So hips lifted, heel pressing into the floor. And then stretch up the toes, lift the heels, stretch the demi point. And we'll do the same on the other leg. So heel pressing, hips lifted. You can hold on to something here if you want. And then stretching out the toes. Great, sitting down on the floor with the legs crossed. We're going to wake up the spine. So hands either side of you. We're going to, let's lift the right arm first. Breathe in. Breathe out as you stretch to the side. And then curve the body forward, sitting back up. Same with the left arm, breathing in. Stretch to the side, breathe out. Sit bones into the floor. And curve forwards. One more of each. Breathing in. Breathing out. Drop the chin into the chest, curve forwards. And breathing in. Breathing out. Curve forwards. And sit back up. I'm going to go profile so you can see me better. We're now just going to curve the spine and then open out the chest 4 times and combining it with the breath. So you're going to breathe in. And then exhale as you curve back, holding onto the knees, dropping in the chest. And then inhale as you lift the chin to the ceiling and open out the chest. Off we go, breathing in. Breathing out. Stretch the top of the back and breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. 2 more, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And breathing in. Sitting nice and tall. If you're not familiar with Pilates, I should say that when we breathe in, it's through the nose, and when we breathe out, it's through not quite pursed lips, but it's a sharper exhale than just letting it all out. So you want to make just a slightly smaller gap for the mouth for the air to come out of. Great, let's now take the legs to, not quite mermaid's tail, but almost. One hand on the side, and we're just going to stretch out away from the legs and curve forwards. And now holding onto this leg, we're going to stretch towards our feet. And same again, stretching away from the legs, curve forwards, holding on, stretch towards the feet. From here, if you prop yourself back onto your elbows, let's warm up the hips, turning the legs out, and then turning them in, turning out, and turning in, and one more out, and in. Stag position / mermaid's tail, one hand on the floor, and we stretch away from the legs, curving forwards, stretch towards the legs, and away from the legs, and towards, and away, and towards. Good, propping yourself onto your elbows, opening out the hip, and bring it back in. And again, bring it back in, and again. Good. Feet together, we're going to do a butterfly stretch. Again, this is all just waking up the hips because we're going to be doing our extensions out to the side later. Breathing in and breathing out, drop the chin down to the toes. If you're struggling to balance here, just try and, you can either support yourself and drop the forehead down to the toes, or challenge yourself and see if you can hold that balance, try and stay really still. Then as you get more comfortable with this position, you can start to bring the body up and over the top. So go wherever is comfortable for you. And roll back up. Let's bring the right leg over the top. So you're going to have the left leg on the floor, and then if you can, bring the right leg, the right foot behind your knee. If that's not possible, you can just bring it close to the shin. But what's important is the sit bones are pressing down into the floor. We're not lifting at all. So wherever's comfortable for you, you've got your right leg on top. So your left arm is going to reach up, lock behind your knee. We're going to twist in opposition. Right, and now swapping over. So the right leg goes down, the left leg goes across, wherever that's comfortable for you. Sitting up tall, right hand comes up and it goes behind your left knee. And we twist. Great. One more stretch. You can choose how far you go with the legs. We're going to do a sandwich stretch. So if you can, you're going to bring the foot right across to the knee. So we're in quite a flat position. And then you're going to bring the body over the top. If that's not possible, you could look at just crossing the ankles, or you could go for another butterfly stretch, if that's better. And don't worry if the knees are up here, that's fine. Like I said, you want to just keep thinking about opening out the knees and bringing the body forwards. So find wherever's comfortable for you. There shouldn't be any tension in the knees. This should be an easy position. And then we're going to, wherever you are, try and reach forwards. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back up and swap over. Crossing the other leg on top. Might need to take a moment here, go easy, don't force anything. And then walk the hands forwards. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's give the hips a little bit of a break. We're going to go onto our front and work on the back. So actually let's start in on all fours. And we're going to wake up the upper back here. Let's start by threading the right arm underneath, dropping the shoulder down to the floor. And we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then open out to the ceiling. You can now do the same, but combine it with a stretch. So if you want, you can open up the right leg. I'll show you from a different angle. Maybe here, you've got the right leg extended, and then the right arm is going to thread through again. So we're just doing the same, but adding a leg stretch. Holding for 5, 4, 2, 1. Come back up, and let's repeat everything on the other side. So left arm threads through, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open that arm up to the ceiling. Place it down, extend the leg to the side, and same thing again. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're just going to do a few cat-cows to wake up the spine. So breathing in, drop the forehead down to the floor, arch the back. And then breathing out, drop the hips down to the floor, lift the chin. And 3 more, breathing in. And out. 2 more, breathing in. And out. Last one, breathing in. And out. Good. Lying down on your front. We're going to start with cobra stretch. So forearms on the floor, so elbows on the floor. And you want your arms in position so that you can lift the rib cage off the floor whilst keeping the shoulders down. So you don't want the arms too far back or too far forwards. So roughly the hands should just be in front of your shoulders here. Press the shoulders down, keep the neck long. You can have the legs slightly apart here to go easier on the back. Breathe in, breathe out, and lift the rib cage off the floor, keeping the neck long so you're not lifting the chin or tucking. And lower down, 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. And lower down. Breathing in, breathing out. And relax. Now bringing the hands further back, elbows up, breathing in, breathing out, pushing all the way up. Again, go easy on the back, especially if you've just woken up. And relax down. Going again, breathing in, breathing out. Great, and you can either repeat this or you can try a slightly different stretch, holding onto the foot. So palm facing down, we're not twisting the arm in any way. Palm facing down, holding onto the toes, using your other hand to push up. And relax. Swapping over. Make sure you're not twisting, palms should be facing down. And push up. Relax. And if you are particularly mobile and you've done this before, let's try both legs. And relax. Good. Pushing back into child's pose, stretch out the back. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands to the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Focusing our attention back onto the hips, we're going to bring the legs to a frog position. If you're not familiar with frogs, you want to try and bring the soles of the feet together, opening the knees out to the side. So don't worry if the feet are all the way up here, as long as you're trying to slide out the knees. And this is an active stretching that we're going to, instead of just sitting in the position, we're going to try and push it and then relax and take a break. So this will involve you pressing the heels down to the floor. You should feel the glute switch on and your hip stretch. And then we're going to relax and give everything a break, and then we're going to push down again. So this is without the hips coming off the floor and trying to slide open those knees. Off we go. We're going to do this 4 times in total. Pressing the heels down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now opening up the lower legs, going up onto your elbows and pushing back. And now really opening out the hips, and if you're familiar with ballet, you should be in a sort of second position. If you imagine you're standing. Let the knees slide and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Going onto your back now, hugging your knees into your chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend one leg. We're now going to work on our extensions to the front. Pull this even closer into your chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now extend that leg up to the ceiling, wherever it is. Doesn't matter, as long as both knees are straight and your head is down. So if you're holding on to the thigh, that's fine. If you're a little bit more mobile and you can hold onto the foot, that's great. But don't sacrifice placement here. So holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, relax. And we're going to go once more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Same on the other leg. Pull it in tight. And extend. Go easy. Never force the hamstrings. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little break. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that leg on top of the other, we're going to go for a glute stretch. So you have, if you want to find this position, both legs are extended. One leg goes over the top, the knee opens out to the side. One hand goes through the gap and the other goes around the outside. Then you bend this knee and you pull both into your chest. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And repeat on the other side. One hand goes through the gap, one hand goes around the outside. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Staying on your back, we're now going to go into Happy Baby. If you're not familiar with Happy Baby, the knees are open to the side and you try and hold onto your ankles. A If you're not able to, for now you can just hold onto the thighs, or try and hold onto the heels, but eventually you're trying to hold onto the heels. Off we go. Now we're going to open up the legs and try and open up the hips at the same time, so we're sort of pushing down and out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can go a little further. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can extend the legs, doesn't matter where you're holding. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Bring those knees in. And we're going to kneel up. Oh, knees. Into our lunges. So kneeling up, one knee in front of you. Extend that leg just a little bit. And then we're pushing forwards. The reason why we extended the legs slightly is because we want the knee in line with the heel. And then holding this lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the toes underneath, stretch the back leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting back up, flex the foot if you want. If you're going for a deeper stretch, otherwise keep it relaxed. And then keeping the back longer, reach the fingers down to the floor. This is a hamstring stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back into our lunge. And now using your hands, let's see if we can extend the front leg out. If you're not there, use your hands to hold you up. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Repeating everything on the other side now. So kneeling back up. Extend this leg out a little bit. And lunge forwards. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the toes underneath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving back up. Extend that leg. Optional flex. And nice long back as we reach forwards. Good. Sitting back up into our lunge once more. And now try and open up the front leg. Hold yourself up. Try not to twist. And hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. Finishing off with working on our box splits. So standing up, open the legs out into second position, bend the knees and push the hands into the knees. Dropping down and extend one leg to the side. If this isn't possible, just keep pushing the knees in your grand plie. And swapping sides, shifting over. Good. Bring the legs to parallel, stretch here. And sitting down onto the floor, we're going to open up the legs into second position. finish off, we're now going to reach the hands forwards and try and hold for 10. If you're not able to walk the hands forwards, you might want to hold onto some furniture here and just focus on keeping a nice tall back with the legs open out to the side. Then as the hips open up and you get more flexible, you can try and reach the fingers down, tucking the forehead, and gradually walk the hands out. The next goal is to get the palms flat on the floor, and the next goal is to get the elbows on the floor, and then eventually the whole body. And especially if you're a dancer, really do try to maintain your turnout, so don't let these ankles roll forwards. Walk the hands back up, bring the legs together, let's give them a bit of a wiggle. And that concludes our stretch. I hope you have had a good stretch this morning, and if you are a dancer and you have a class today, I hope your extensions to the front and side are going to feel even better. Thanks for joining, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.